In a quiet corner of the countryside, Caleb Holt runs a modest ranch, a sanctuary where he pours his heart and soul into raising livestock and cultivating the land. However, his peaceful existence is shattered by the relentless demands of the Homeowners Association, which seeks to impose strict regulations that threaten his way of life. As Caleb battles against the HOA's overreach, the stakes rise, revealing a gripping tale of resilience and the quest for justice. This conflict is not just about property lines and bylaws, it's a fight for Caleb's rights in the very essence of his home. As the tension escalates, Caleb's journey becomes a powerful testament to standing up against adversity, igniting a fire within those who believe in the importance of fighting for what is right. Before the storm of conflict with the HOA, Caleb Holt cherished a serene life on his picturesque 40-acre ranch near Austin, Texas. Nestled among rolling hills and sprawling pastures, the ranch was a haven of beauty and tranquility, where the sun painted the sky in hues of orange and pink at dusk. A retired firefighter, Caleb found solace in the rhythm of farm life, tending to his beloved horses and nurturing the land he had worked so hard to cultivate. Each day began with the gentle sounds of nature, the soft whinnies of horses, and the rustle of leaves in the breeze, creating a peaceful backdrop for his daily routines. This idyllic existence allowed Caleb to reconnect with himself and the earth, fostering a deep appreciation for the simple joys of life. The solitude he enjoyed was a stark contrast to the chaos of his former career, providing him with a sense of fulfillment and purpose that he never wanted to lose. Little did he know, this tranquility was about to be disrupted by the encroaching authority of the Crest View Pines Homeowners Association. Initially, the HOA began to impose a series of rules that seemed innocuous, but quickly escalated into a barrage of demands aimed at controlling every aspect of Caleb's property. Letters began arriving in the mail, filled with legal jargon and stipulations that dictated how he could manage his land, from the types of fences he could build to the number of animals he could keep. Among the representatives was Victor Clean, a particularly persistent figure who made several visits to Caleb's ranch, insisting on compliance with the HOA's regulations. Each encounter was marked by Caleb's unwavering defiance. He stood firm against their encroachments, refusing to bow to their demands. His determination to protect his home and way of life only intensified as the HOA's pressure mounted, igniting a fierce resolve within him to fight back against what he viewed as an unjust intrusion into his life. After a brief trip to Houston, Caleb Holt returned to his ranch, only to be met with a shocking sight that left him reeling. As he approached the familiar landscape, his heart sank at the sight of a newly erected fence encircling his property, stark and unyielding. The imposing locked gate stood as a barrier to his sanctuary, adorned with a glaring no trespassing sign that felt like a personal affront. A wave of emotions washed over him: anger, disbelief, and a profound sense of betrayal. This was not just a fence. It was a symbol of the HOA's overreach, an attempt to strip him of his rights and autonomy. Yet amid the turmoil, a fire ignited within Caleb. He refused to let this act of aggression define his future. Determined to reclaim his land and restore his peace, he resolved to stand up against the HOA's tyranny, ready to fight for his home and the life he had built with unwavering dedication. Faced with the shocking reality of the locked gate and the encroaching authority of the HOA, Caleb Holt quickly devised a strategic plan to regain control over his ranch. Recognizing the importance of the land that held the key to his freedom, he made the bold decision to purchase it. With the help of his friend Marcus, a savvy real estate expert, Caleb navigated the complexities of the transaction, leveraging Marcus's knowledge to secure the property that would allow him access to his land. This move was not just about reclaiming physical space. It was a calculated step toward asserting his rights against the HOA's oppressive tactics. As the family picnic approached, tensions mounted, setting the stage for a dramatic confrontation. Caleb knew that this gathering would be the perfect opportunity to address the HOA directly, rallying his family and friends around him as he prepared to stand firm against the unjust actions that had threatened his way of life. With determination in his heart, he was ready to face the HOA head-on, fueled by the support of those who believed in his fight for justice. As the family picnic unfolded under the warm Texas sun, Caleb Holt made a striking entrance, holding a no trespassing sign that had become a symbol of his struggle against the HOA. The atmosphere shifted as he approached the gathering, eyes drawn to him, whispers of curiosity rippling through the crowd. Victor Clean, the HOA representative, stood nearby, his expression a mix of surprise and concern as he realized the significance of Caleb's arrival. The tension in the air was palpable, a charged moment that signaled a turning point in their ongoing conflict. With a steady hand, Caleb revealed the deed to the land that held the key to his ranch, a bold declaration of ownership that shifted the power dynamics in the confrontation. The stakes had never been higher. This was not just about property, but about dignity and the right to live freely. As Caleb stood firm, the crowd rallied behind him, sensing the gravity of the moment, ready to support his fight against the HOA's oppressive grasp. As Caleb Holt continued to defend his ranch, the HOA escalated their aggressive tactics, attempting to classify his land as community property. This maneuver was a blatant attempt to undermine his ownership and control over his own home, a move that left Caleb feeling cornered and frustrated. In the midst of this turmoil, Caleb turned to his cousin Ethan, a knowledgeable land use attorney who provided crucial legal advice on how to navigate the HOA's underhanded strategies. Ethan's insights were invaluable, helping Caleb understand his rights and the legal implications of the HOA's actions. However, the hostility from the HOA only intensified, with representatives resorting to increasingly illegal tactics to intimidate him. They began issuing fines for minor infractions and spreading false claims about his property, hoping to wear him down. Caleb felt the weight of their aggression, but with Ethan's guidance and his own unwavering resolve, he prepared to confront the HOA's relentless pursuit, determined to protect his land and the life he had built. In response to the HOA's escalating aggression, Caleb Holt took a strategic approach to protect his land and rights. He meticulously gathered evidence of the HOA's illegal activities, documenting every instance of harassment and intimidation. With a camera in hand, he captured images of the unauthorized fines and the unwarranted visits from HOA representatives, building a solid case against their overreach. Recognizing the importance of community support, Caleb reached out to Sheriff Tom Riggs, who had a reputation for standing up against unjust practices. The sheriff listened intently to Caleb's plight and offered his assistance, reinforcing the legitimacy of Caleb's claims. As word spread through the community, neighbors rallied around Caleb, expressing their solidarity and willingness to stand with him against the HOA's bullying tactics. Fueled by their support and his unwavering determination, Caleb felt empowered to fight back. He was resolute in his mission to reclaim his rights, knowing that he was not alone in this battle for justice and the preservation of his cherished ranch. The pivotal court case against the HOA marked a defining moment in Caleb Holt's fight for justice. With his cousin Ethan representing him, Caleb entered the courtroom armed with a wealth of evidence that showcased the HOA's illegal activities. Ethan meticulously presented photographs, documentation of harassment, and testimonies from community members who had witnessed the HOA's overreach. The atmosphere was tense as the judge listened intently, weighing the evidence against the HOA's defense. After a thorough deliberation, the judge delivered a ruling that favored Caleb, declaring the HOA's actions unlawful and ordering them to cease their harassment immediately. The consequences for the HOA were significant. They faced hefty fines and were mandated to return any unlawfully collected fees. As the verdict was announced, a wave of relief and joy swept through the courtroom. Caleb's victory resonated beyond his ranch, igniting a sense of empowerment within the community. Neighbors celebrated together, united in their support for Caleb, knowing that this triumph represented a stand against injustice and a reaffirmation of their rights as property owners. In the aftermath of the court ruling, Caleb Holt experienced a profound transformation in both his life and his land. With the HOA's oppressive grip finally lifted, he embarked on an exciting new venture, the construction of Freedom Arena on his ranch. This state-of-the-art facility was designed to host community events, rodeos, and equestrian competitions, fostering a sense of unity and pride among local residents. The community rallied around Caleb, offering their support and assistance in bringing his vision to life. As the arena took shape, the area began to flourish, attracting visitors and revitalizing the local economy. Caleb's triumph over adversity became a beacon of hope, inspiring others to stand up for their rights and pursue their dreams. This new chapter in his life not only symbolized his victory against the HOA, but also represented a commitment to giving back to the community that had stood by him. With Freedom Arena, Caleb created a space where people could gather, celebrate, and connect, turning his once threatened ranch into a thriving hub of activity and resilience. Caleb Holt's journey is a powerful testament to resilience and the pursuit of justice. From the initial tranquility of his 40-acre ranch to the shocking confrontation with the HOA, Caleb faced overwhelming challenges that threatened his way of life. With the support of his cousin Ethan and the community, he gathered evidence, fought back in court, and ultimately triumphed over adversity. The construction of Freedom Arena not only marked a new chapter for Caleb, but also transformed the area into a vibrant hub for community engagement. His story serves as a reminder of the importance of standing up for one's rights, encouraging each of us to be vigilant against injustice. As you reflect on Caleb's inspiring journey, consider how you can advocate for your own rights and those of others. If you found this story motivating, we invite you to subscribe, like, and share this video. Join us for more inspiring stories that celebrate the spirit of resilience and the fight for justice in our communities.